So the government shutdown and the chilly weather, they are creating this perfect storm, and the Coastal Bend and their nonprofits, they are responding to it. Take a listen.
There's an increased demand for food and for services, and we've never seen anything like this.
Captain Patrick Gesner from the Salvation Army says more people are turning to them and similar agencies for help. With the shutdown now into its first month and the cold weather bringing in more of the city's homeless, the need for assistance is increasing. So the Salvation Army says now is the time for our community to come together.
God is blessing you, and you're making it okay. You're making it through the day. You've got food on your table. Your bills are being paid. To strongly encourage giving to the Salvation Army, strongly encourage giving to USO, people that are making an impact.
The Salvation Army will be preparing for another cold front, getting its mobile canteen ready to provide hot drinks and blankets for people on the streets. But it is also working with other organizations to help serve employees of the government shutdown who need assistance at this time as well.